it's actually a lot warmer than I thought it would be. It's 86, but it feels like 100,000, which is a number. Okay, van is on, keys are in the right place. I've got everything. I'm now going to make a left. Ooh, captivating content. I'm making a left. The whole video is just me turning left. What is it, Zoolander? I can't turn left. Okay, so I'm going to go up this road. I've never been up this road before. This is the tunnel road. Tunnel view road. What is it called? Yeah, there's people parking here to go take the shuttle to, yeah, they're parking here thinking they're right by Angel's Landing. And I'm like, you're 3.5 miles away. At this point, maybe you're 4 miles away. Okay, there's a charter bus. I'm like, I'm talking like a freaking, like, oh my God. Sorry, let me get back to myself. There's a charter bus that went through the tunnel. So that has to be taller than my van. It's just like, they didn't get the memo, dude. Anyway, really, really good. Getting really good sun. Yeah, so I'm gonna do this. Oh my God. Oh my God, I went to Cyprus, to the Greece side of Cyprus in, what is it? In like 1990 when I was 12 years old. Was it? No, yeah, I was 12 years old. My mom took my brother and me to Cyprus for vacation. And it was right when the Gulf War started. So we saw all these like, you know, military, you know, my mom ended up meeting some guy from like the BBC World Service. I think she went out with him during the time that we're on this vacation. I don't know. My brother and I were by ourselves a bit. But anyway, so we stayed at this really nice resort, and I actually got back in touch with one of the Syrian girls that was there. There's a lot of Syrian, Kuwaiti, like Middle Eastern kids and their families that had kind of fled the region to go to Cyprus for vacation when the war was starting. So anyway, so short story long, we went up to the Trudas Mountains to go up to an Orthodox monastery. So my family, my mother's side is Russian Orthodox, and so she would always go to the Greek church because she said the men are cuter and richer and taller and the food is better rather than going to the Russian church. But anyway, so yeah, we went to Trudas Mountains, and we're on this bus, and as I'm getting off the bus after going through these, you know, tiny little like twisty windy roads, you know, like death-defying drops, and our driver had one arm. And I'm like, okay, I kind of feel a little bit safer with him having one arm. Dude, don't go out. Oh my God. I swear, like, you got tourists here. But anyway, people just don't pay attention. I'm like, please don't pull out in front of me. I'm gonna go over the edge. But yeah, we didn't go over the edge. That was great. And we went all the way through to these like little towns, these monasteries and all this stuff. And it was the first time I ever learned what a squatty potty was. I had no idea that people just squat and go to the toilet. I didn't know that not everybody has a toilet you sit on. And then I lived in Japan for 4 years, where they had the Western toilet and then they had the Japanese toilet. Okay, there should be a tunnel coming up soon. But anyway, blah, 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 back to me. Yeah, so the guy had one arm, and most people would freak out, but I'm like, actually, he's probably paying more attention to driving because he only has one arm. So not like me that has two arms, where one arm is like drinking some orange juice and the other arm is like flipping people off. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, now I'm going up the twisty road. Come on, Prue. Come on, my rear wheel drive girl. All her power's in her butt. So I've never been up here. This is great. That was great. That was really nice to walk down with the couple that, the veterans, with the guy with the dog. So not every service animal is like for, not, people have service animals to remind themselves to take medication. Now, how that dog is trained, I don't know. But, the dog identifies if the person is having a seizure or something like that. So they will identify, they're trained. And that dog was, I'm not a pet parent, like I, generally don't like dogs. But I will say that the dog was very well behaved sitting in his little carrier. It was very, very cute. But, you have to be aware, like it's okay to ask somebody, is that a service animal? And if they go, yes. And you're like, okay, what service does it provide? And what 3 specific tasks does it perform? You can't ask them what their disability is. You can infer, but you are allowed by federal law to ask somebody what service does that dog provide. Now, and the 3 tasks. So for example, the dog is my, the dog replaces my eyes, basically. The dog, I'm blind, my dog is my eyes. Okay, then what 3 tasks does the dog provide? Well, the first task is that the dog identifies a curb. Second task is helps me find something I dropped. Third task is that, shows me where the exit is, stuff like that. Now, if it's a fake emotional service dog, the person will most likely get angry at you. They'll get snappy. They'll they'll hold up a certificate, and then they'll have a little vest on that says service animal with a little bow in the dog's hair. That's not a service animal. Service animals do not have certificates. You can ask, how was the dog trained, or how was the animal trained? You can have a service horse. You're allowed to bring a service horse into these parks, right? Whatever it is, like equine therapy is also a way for people to, for whatever reason. But yeah, how was the animal trained? So either it was trained professionally or trained by the person. Those are the only questions you're allowed to ask. But if somebody gets angry at you, and so when I asked the guy, because this family walked by and goes, "Oh, look at the cute dog," and I said, I said, "Hey, is that a service animal?" He goes, "Yes, it helps me find my, it helps remind me for my medication." I'm like, "Oh, cool." I'm like, "I've never seen one of those carriers before." And then I said, "Oh, I run a nonprofit for service-connected veterans and blah blah blah." And so that's when we got talking. We ended up walking all the way down together. So anyway, so now I'm at the little tunnel. That's why there were so many cars this morning. They had to wait. But this is fantastic. I don't have cell reception up here, which is fine. Somebody told me that I'm on a Reddit. It says you got mentioned on a Nissan Van Lifers Reddit. I didn't even know there was a Nissan Van Lifers Reddit. I have a Reddit account, but I don't have like any identifying factors on it. And then I manage my daughter's Reddit account, where she posts all of her digital art, and of course also no identifying factors. So yeah, there's no nobody knows that it's me on the Reddit account. So I'm very prolific on a couple different different subjects and stuff, and travel, and influencers, YouTube, and that kind of thing. So I post, and then sometimes we just troll some of the influencers that are kind of I don't know, going on about stuff that you really shouldn't be promoting, kind of like just bad advice and all that. Sorry, I got hiccups. I just had some cheese. That was my lunch, was a cheese board. It's my lunch until I'm done with the cheese, and then I'll eat something else. But yeah, so yeah, I don't know what, I got to check it when I get back to St. George. Yeah, it's only now 1:27, so this might have been a bad idea. I don't know how long I've got to wait to get through this tunnel, but it's worth it because I'm not going to come back here for quite a while. This guy's just turning around. You see this guy right here? He's left. He's out. Good. More power to us to move up. There's some stuff people are like, oh, I don't want to wait 5 minutes for this. I'm like, but it's going to take you days, hours, and weeks to ever come back here. Like, just suck it up, dude. Like, just wait half a minute. I haven't been through this. I know the Yosemite Tunnel is pretty epic when you go through and you come out and you see like El Capitan and all that. It's beautiful. But I don't know. What's that? You're loved, don't lose hope. Road tripping with us. Yeah, when people put their Instagrams on the outside, for me, it's like I'm a assault survivor, so I do have to be mindful and careful. Like, I really don't want somebody, following me in real time and then following me on my Instagram. I don't mind if people follow me on Instagram on YouTube, but like if I'm physically in the same place as the person, I've had 3 van life stalkers in the last 5 years, and one of them ended up, he was the video guy for a major van life channel, and when I notified the channel guy, he just blew it off. He goes, well, I don't think that was really what the guy was doing. Then I put it on the female van life page on Facebook, and it turned out that this guy had been sexually harassing at least 10 to 15 van lifers as he was traveling around the country to film. And then he refused to film women who had boyfriends. So people that had signed up to have their van tours done. And so he did my van tour, which never got published, thankfully. But then when I wrote back to the guy in charge of the channel, and I said, like the influencer on the channel, I said, hey, by the way, this is really like getting out of hand. There's more than just one person. And I don't think you should be sending this guy around the US to meet with all these van lifers, and he's doing this to them. He's terrifying them. And so then he wrote back, and he kind of half blew it off. And then I said, and then I finally just went the whole parent card, and I said, hey, don't you have a 15-year-old kid who wants to do van life? She's going to be in a van when she's like 18 and on her own. think about it. Like, do you really want her encountering somebody like this, and her knowing that her dad didn't do anything about it when this guy did this to other people? And then he goes, you're right, and then he fired the guy. So, and then he ended up just kind of taking all the videos that are already done and posted them. But then he posted the guy's own van tour story, which was completely fabricated, because I talked to the guy's wife. I ended up contacting this guy's wife, the video guy, and it was like, wait a minute, he's going around telling this sob story and it's not even the truth. So just be aware. So the other one was somebody that followed me from Angel Fire, followed me to my campsite 2 years ago, and then blocked me in and wouldn't leave. And I was just like, I'm like, come on. Anyway, I'm going through the tunnel. Let's not do me. Sorry, I realized that I was just talking to the camera. Yeah, so just be mindful. That said, no stops in tunnel. I'm going through a tunnel. Let me take my sunglasses off. Oh, this is fun. Cool. It's like going on the I-70, like from Denver going west. You go through all those tunnels at like 12,000 feet. Here's the line of people coming in. It's like that, was it Proclaimers song? I will walk 500 miles. Yeah, that's literally what these lines are going to be. The line coming into the park when I leave is going to be epic. It's going to be so busy. Anyway, okay. Yeah, there's 1,000 million cars. I have to come back this way. Okay. Yeah, I might be stuck in here. I'm only like 40 minutes from St. George anyway, so I just have to be there before 5, so that's fine. But yeah, all these people that are parking all the way up here to walk into the park, are you freaking crazy? Or is there something over here? Oh, there's the many pools hike. But yeah, I think I'm gonna be stuck in this unless I can find another way to get out of the park. But I think this is it. I think this is the only way in and out. So yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, it might have been a bad idea. Sorry. Oh, this is crazy. So many people. I'm so glad I have a compact van though. Yeah, it's Memorial Day weekend. That's why I was like, oh, it's not very busy over at Angel's Landing. Everyone's stuck down here, that's why. Are they coming in a different way? I don't know. I don't have any cell reception. I don't know if there's a way to get out of the park the other way. Because I would rather drive extra time. You know, I could drive an hour back to St. George than sit in this shit. Because this will take a while to get through. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That was a bad idea. I should have done this morning when I first got here at like 5 a.m. No, actually, I'm glad I did what I did. I'm glad I had got here early, took a 2-hour nap, which was phenomenal. I slept from like, I don't know, I slept from like 6 to 8, and then I started my ride at 9, and then I was done by, 1 p.m. Not even, done by like 12:30. So yeah, really glad, really good. Glad to talk to some people, which I generally don't do, but everyone was real chill. You didn't have any like jerk, we had one family, the loud family that was in the quiet area where the owls are at. They were being really loud and obnoxious, and the ranger walked by and was like, you've got to be quiet, and then they were loud again. So some people just don't have any spatial reference. Like, use your indoor voice outdoors sometimes. But other than that, it's good. I always look out for the group. I want to make sure that people don't own the place. This is for everybody. Just be mindful. Like, you don't have to be the loudest one on the mountain, so I got to tone it down a bit. But anyway, okay. Well, yeah, that was fine. I guess I'll turn around up here. I don't know if there's a way to get out. So like I said, I'd be fine driving the opposite way. I might end up in Bryce, but I don't know. It's only an hour from St. George or something. It's not far. Okay. Well, this is a beautiful day. It ended up being a really nice day. It was cloudy this morning, but it ended up being sunny blue skies. I'm fine not doing Angel's Landing, actually. I wasn't even planning to. I didn't even realize they had day before lottery tickets, so it was more of a nice to have. But I'm glad that I did the hikes I did. I went up to the West Rim Trail, you know, the poor man's Angel's Landing, and it was great. So this is great. I don't mind driving through the park. I always like Zion. Is it in my like personal top 10 parks? I'd say it'd probably be number 10. You know, I mean, I don't know. Okay, let me explain. All right, so there's a big whole like controversy or controversy, as we say in the posh part of England. Oh, there's another tunnel. Hang on a minute. There's another tunnel coming up. Sorry, I got to get the tunnels. People are. What are they doing? Why are you pulling over? Oh, they're turning around. Somebody's spraying my. Who's just sprayed me? I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. Okay, I guess they're trying to turn around. Yeah, I don't know where all those other people are walking. They're all in their little hiking gear. Anyway, okay, let's go through this one tunnel. Let's get the nice view. The iPhone makes it all like nuclear when you get out of a tunnel. But you'll see the view in a second. And there it is. Okay, round of applause. All right, we're going back through the tunnel. That took no time whatsoever. I don't know what I was worried about. Or maybe this is like the second tunnel. I don't know. Oh, this is two-way traffic. That's annoying. I don't like this. This is like people not paying attention. Okay. Let's make this really dangerous for everybody, So I got a bunch of tourists in their little rental cars and a bunch of people in Cruise America, what are they called? The RVs, which I believe when, you know, if your van ends up going to like the hell of vans, it's just going to be like filled with Cruise America. Anyway, why would they do two-way traffic? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just being a busy, an old biddy, as we say. But anyway, yeah. Okay, this is the big tunnel. This is great. How fun and terrifying at the same time. Again, like humans are stupid until they do like great feats of engineering, and you're like, oh, actually, we're pretty damn smart. Like, have you ever seen like the engine of an airplane? Like, how is it that like people figured that out? And you know, most people can't even figure how to like unlock the home screen on their phone. So I have engineer friends. I have very smart engineer friends that cannot figure out their iPhones. And if they have an Android, I don't even touch it. I'm like, screw you, sucks to be you. I don't touch Androids. So, sorry, I'm very iPhone loyal. Anyway, okay, well, through the tunnel we go. Blah, blah, blah. Interesting. I'm like trying to find something to talk about. It's a tunnel. It goes to the other end and comes out into the world. So it's like the van's being birthed. Oh shit. I do not like hearing screeching brakes. Get off my tail, dude. Why are you on my tail? That's the guy who screeched his brakes behind me. This is a tunnel and the speed limit is 25 miles an hour and I'm going 24.5 miles an hour. And I have a 65-foot stopping distance on my vehicle. So I have bikes on the back, so please don't damage this bike rack. I finally did get my payment for the bike rack. They're gonna mail it to me, so I'll have it when I get back to Houston in like 2 weeks. So, anywho, okay, through we go. I feel like this time it's taking longer to go back the other way. But yeah, don't be tailgating in a tunnel. Like that's like the worst thing you can do. I don't know. I get it, you're in a hurry to get out of here, but now it's busy. And it's going to be busier and busier over the weekend for Memorial Day. And, oh, I thought we were free. No, not free yet. Beautiful views, though, if you want to look left and right. So, oh, there goes my sunglasses. Where are my sunglasses? They're down on the floor. And now we're liberated out of here. Great. Okay. That was painless. I thought it would take me forever to get back. It only took me 15 minutes. Okay, so here we are. There's Zion again. I feel like I've been here for weeks now. But anyway, okay, so now I'm going to go down Tunnel View Road, go back to past where I parked the van this morning, which was the best decision, was to get up at 4 and come down here. Highly recommend it. Okay, so now these ones are having to wait. That's so weird that they did two-way traffic. So weird. Anyway, I got to get into cell reception because I want to see what Reddit's talking about. Last time I was on Reddit was when they bashed me because I said that Spider Mountain sucks and is dangerous. Spider Mountain is this dinky little downhill mountain bike park with a little like IKEA hook that you put your bike on and a little ski lift that's like powered by a hamster, and it's incredibly dangerous. The runs only are about like a minute and a half, and or of 6 minutes. They're only like 1.5 mile runs. And everyone that lives in Austin thinks it's hot shit because, you know, they live in Austin and everything about Austin is amazing. You can't ever tell anyone that Austin kind of sucks. Because, you know, that was like the, you know, they all moved here from other places and they want to justify the amount of money and time they spent to move to Austin. I didn't like Spider Mountain. I was there the day after Christmas in 2022, I think it was. 2023. Yeah, day after Christmas 2023. And yeah, and then I ended up getting all these views on it, and then I looked at the analytics. It goes, oh, external link, and I go, oh, let me go check Reddit first. And then there was me on 2 different threads, and all these guys were like, oh, she's a girl, she doesn't know how to ride, oh, she sucks, oh, you know, she's just like, you know, stupid cow, you know, whatever. I was like, excuse me, I've been riding my whole life and I don't like the bike park, and I have been to all these other bike parks in my life, and including like some of the best in the country. Spider Mountain is not my fave, and it is actually quite dangerous. When I was there, the day after I was there, somebody died. Some old guy died. They allow e-bikes, they allow regular bike helmets. Other bike parks say you need to have full face helmets, you should have padding, you should have body armor if you're doing the double black diamond stuff. They don't require that at Spider Mountain. It's like a $19 ticket to ride each day. And they allow the e-bikes, like I said, which should not be on those trails. And when I was there, like 2 kids broke their arms, and another kid like smacked his face open, and then another guy got injured, another guy was severely injured. You know, like it's not maintained. And every time I would go there every year, just once a year, you know, it would just be so eroded and destroyed, and it's not that great. So I'm not afraid to say that I don't like Spider Mountain. I'm not even sorry about it. It's a dangerous park. I work in the adaptive community, trying to make the world more accessible. I would not send anyone from Hike Bike Alike to go to Spider Mountain, where I know the people that are, you know, not on adaptive bikes, that are, maybe, able-bodied, are getting injured. I would not recommend that somebody in the adaptive community go to that bike park where, you know, they're going to get hurt. I would be heartbroken and devastated beyond belief if I had sent someone there and we paid for them to go there and they got injured. That's not cool. So anyway, so that's my PSA. But I'm going to see what they're talking about me on. Maybe I'm just like the poster child for the Nissan van. I don't know. That would be good. I'll take it. So, all right. So let me get on. This person's not even moving. What is with everyone's like distracted drivers today? And now there's no car. Oh, was this where I parked? There's absolutely no cars over here now. Look at this. This is where I parked this morning. All these people got out to take pictures. They're all taking pictures of something. Of that. And nobody's there anymore. That was weird. Wait, no, that's not where I was. Was it? Maybe it was. No, I was further down. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't think that's where I was. No, I was further down. Never mind. I was going to say, there's no way that place cleared out in like the 30 minutes that I was gone. Okay, I'm hungry. I need to get real food. I had a cheese board. I need to make a real lunch and then get a frappuccino of some sorts. And I think I've got enough provisions. Maybe get some more water. I'll be fine. There's supermarkets everywhere. And Utah is a lot cheaper than Nevada. The gas is cheaper and the supermarket food is cheaper. Groceries. But anyway, just watch out for pedestrians. Everyone's taking selfies down here. Everybody's got to get that picture. Yeah. But that was good. That was a really good hike. I'm glad I did it. Didn't really kick my ass like it did the first time or the second time or the third time, because I'm just getting stronger, which is a good feeling. So it was just a leisurely hike up to, Base of Angels Landing with the grumpiest ranger. It's just, I get it, sir. You've been standing in the heat all day. Everyone's trying to get, finagle their way in. I get it, but like, yeah, he was not happy. He was not a happy camper. I think it was the end of his shift. So that's the campground. The whole campground is under construction. I know they've had a lot of rain and they had a lot of damage and stuff, but they basically are digging up the whole thing. And it looks like they're rebuilding it, putting down concrete slabs. It looks nice, I guess. Looks a bit disheveled now, but yeah, that's what they're doing here at Zion. Yeah, the whole thing. There's no campsites available, it doesn't look like. All right, I gotta eat something before I drive back for an hour. It's like oversized vehicles, and I'm like parked like a douche. It's fine. He said do not back in. I can't fit in any of these spaces, and this guy just parked in the middle like a douche. Anyway, there's market parking. So let me go to Soul Foods. That is a supermarket, apparently. I'm just gonna get some bread. I've got peanut butter. I just need to eat something. I'm starting to get a little like lethargic. So I think I can go in through here. Yeah, I don't miss parking in garages, actually. I'm glad that only when I have my car that I have to park. So let me go in here. Tools, camping, entrance to the supermarket. So I'm going back outside. Okay. Well, this is nice. Please call if you need an electric scooter. They'll bring one down for you. Oh, how nice. I guess, you know, they do have an older clientele, but still, that's ADA. It's great. Oh, these stairs are hurting me now. After climbing the mountain. Okay, let me go in. I want to get some sandwich stuff. I'd like to make a big sandwich with some firewood, some t-shirts. Oh, these are cute. I don't really wear that color though. Yeah. Zion. This is still $22. Okay, let me go in here. Find if they have any bread. This is cute. Very expensive. I didn't get a sticker. I do have that big Angels Landing sticker, so maybe I'll get another sticker here. Oh, these are cute. There we go. Utah National Park, just like random generic national park sticker. Let's see, shit went down in Zion. Okay, I'm gonna get in that one, because it did, kind of. Okay, I got that one. Hot Chicks Hike Zion. That one's a funny one. I'm not gonna get it, but I'll take a picture of it. And then a guitar. I don't play guitar anymore. Let's see. These are cute. I don't want any big ones. I've got to save a lot of room in the van for the other national parks. So let me go in here. This is a great little store. Well, how fun is this? Who knew? I did bike Zion, but I didn't look like that. Some guys did, actually. Anyway, okay. This is super cute. I need vegetables. Actually, they're not too expensive. Oh, I like Roma tomatoes. I have some bruschetta, though. I just need to get good bread. And they've got not... Actually, this is not expensive at all. I mean, this is on par with like Whole Foods, but yeah, it could be more expensive, but it's not. The potatoes, I don't have any way to cook. I have actually lots of soup, and I've got lots of these things. Oh, these are different. They're $7.49 now. That's expensive. Okay, that's more expensive than the fruits and vegetables. I guess the fruits and vegetables are cheap, so they can get rid of them quickly without them going bad. Anyway, let me make this quick, so I've got to get back to St. George. I just need to eat something. I've got crackers. I want bread. Okay. There's an everything bagel. Ciabatta bread. Okay, so I'm gonna get some ciabatta, and I'm gonna make a bruschetta sandwich, I think. Maybe I can get some deli meat. What is over here? Oh, that looks good. I don't like strawberries in my salad, though. This is a Caesar. That's only $3.99. Yeah, I don't know about salad in the middle of the, you know, middle of nowhere. It all gets brought in. There's a blue cheese salad, but I don't like cherry tomatoes. There's a Caesar. That's $10.99. Oh, this one's on sale because it's bad. That's why it looks kind of crap. And then they've got regular sandwiches, but there's always one thing in it I don't like. I just make it myself. Okay. Over here we've got, oh, okay. So we've got some different things. Salads, I don't know. The sneeze guard doesn't go all the way down, so I don't know about that. And they've got soup, but I've got so much soup. So let me get some ciabatta. They've got some other bread over here too. I'm not going to eat it all in time. It's quite expensive. I just want to get, maybe I just get one of these. La Brea Bakery, that's $2.79. That's a French baguette. That might be fine. I like ciabattas and I like French baguettes. And then down here, this one is a really big ciabatta. This one is a French baguette. Yeah. So it's a toss-up between La Brea Bakery, which was actually from California. Really actually super yummy. So La Brea Bakery, which came a long way actually. Or I get, I don't want sweets. Or I get a ciabatta roll. I don't know how much they are. Let's just get one of those. I'll get two. I'll have one tomorrow. This is cool. They got ski harnesses, blankets, water guns, and they have Zion stuff. And then what's that? Oh, that's cool. I don't need any more crap in the van. But they have, you know, camping gear as well, and then some souvenirs, and then the big camping aisle, which I don't need anything either. I want to toast this bread. I got 2 of these. They look yummy. So let me go see if there's like, so I want to get some hummus. Here we go, $9.59. Oh, I like that hummus, but not for that amount of money. I'm not paying $5-6 for that. I have bruschetta, so maybe I can get some cold cuts or just some lettuce, maybe. Yeah, I think I'll do a lettuce and like a spinach. I want to do avocado. I'm just gonna do a sandwich. Okay, where's the lettuce? And oh, they have lettuce here. No? Why do I not know what lettuce looks like? Oh, they have this kind of lettuce, which might be fine. I can make a salad. Actually, that's pretty reasonable. 99 cents each for the rolls, and then just $2.79 for the salad, which is about the same as a regular city. And then they got Zion socks. How fun. Oh, John Lennon. How funny. Darth Brooks. Oh, I get it. It's just like whatever. Oh, those are cute. We only have one set. Oh, one pair of laces and 2 charms. Well, I have 2 feet, so that's not gonna work. Okay, I always look for stuff for Harriet, but then and she outgrows it very quickly. So, okay, these are Zion shirts. Oh, I don't need anything. Oh, I don't need anything. Okay, let me go over here.